world of good. Lessons from around the world in improving the employee experience. Gethin Nadin, Create Space Independent Publishing Platform 2017. Many useful tips to help employers who wish to improve their employees' workplace experience. Understand that workers represent a benefit to companies and not just a cost. Know how the world is evolving on this matter. The author. Gethin Nadin is a psychologist who has devoted 15 years to his work, which he calls the employee experience in a company. He has collaborated with big companies to improve working conditions for their employees. He has also written for the Financial Times, The Guardian, and the Huffington Post. Employees in the world. The first thing that people ask when they meet you after your name is, "What do you do?" Society has determined that our work plays an important role in defining who we are. In fact, we spend a third of our lives at work, but for many of us, work is something that means so much more than just a paycheck. Work offers the chance for social interaction, satisfaction, and a chance to challenge oneself and to learn. Simon Sinek says, "Taking a job for the cash is not as important as taking a job for the joy." Workers are the new consumers, and work has become the product, a commodity to be traded. It is mostly young people that prefer to earn less while having the chance to grow, to learn, and to feel part of something. They want to move and do not easily accept the idea of working alone or working for just one person. According to Forbes, if a worker stays in the same company for more than 2 years, on average they earn 50% less than what they are worth. A study by Deloitte in 2017, Global Human Capital Trends Report, showed that 79% of workers worldwide feel that the daily work experience should give them something more than just money. It should make you feel a part of something. The ways in which workers are treated varies from country to country. Some countries like Greece and Estonia have a statutory time regulation, including maximum working day and working week. Others, such as Turkey, guarantee a very high minimum wage. Let's look in more detail at what other countries of the world are doing about this. Sweden. Being connected makes people happy. Fika, a Swedish word for going out for coffee, is a true Scandinavian institution. According to studies carried out in the last 10 years, the human attention span is limited, so many breaks are required to recharge. In his book, The Village Effect, Pincus demonstrates that human contact is very important and that creating your own network of contacts makes you happy. When we connect with others physically, even with a simple handshake, our brain releases oxytocin, a very important hormone for physical well-being. This also strengthens teams working together. For example, in Japan, workers are allowed to watch videos of puppies or kittens to help them relax and therefore increase productivity. Ikigai and karoshi, using Japan as an example. Do what you love is a saying that we often repeat when asking ourselves what we want from life, but not everyone knows what they want as soon as they come into the world. The important thing is the objective. In Japan, the thing that motivates you is defined by the term ikigai. This objective or purpose requires an introspective assessment that helps you to get to know yourself. Facebook also declares that the pride of any company is happy employees. The other term used is karoshi. Working too much and overdoing it is bad for you. For this reason, companies are making the effort to give their employees more free time, a longer weekend, or a shorter working week. A stressed employee, or one who is unwell, becomes a cost that companies can convert if the underpinning company culture is right. Italy. The benefits of the lunch break. Merigiare is an Italian word that turns the noun noon into a verb. Nooning, meaning to relax in the open air or in a shady place during the hotter hours around midday. The nutritionist Joanne Cravini describes it in this way. Leaving the office for your lunch hour is healthy and beneficial, not to mention soothing, because it gives you time to think and get yourself back together after the stress of the morning. It does not only refer to leaving the office, but it is necessary to eat a meal that revives you, away from the computer, allowing you to stretch your legs and to relax. Germany, the voice of the workers. Geborgenheit, a sense of well-being and safety that we should have all the time, most of all in our workplace. That sense of trust, honesty, and cooperation should permeate throughout our whole day. A manager who is not able to create this feeling in his workplace has failed. Listen to your customers and your employees. They are the most important thing and define your business, says Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella. In an interview, the CEO of Pepsi said that the working environment should encourage the sharing of ideas and that being able to talk openly is very important. Spain. The importance of sleep. The nap, a must in the Spanish culture, is among the most popular rules to understand the extent to which a company's culture takes care of the well-being of its employees. Sleep deprivation has an extremely negative impact on people, especially on their ability to innovate. Nap time increases positivity and strengthens the immune system. China. Build on exchange. Guangxi is the name that the Chinese give to their sphere of influence and the network of acquaintances that is built from it. This highlights the importance of the exchange that we are able to build. Denmark. Trust. Danish people are good at trusting others. The Tillis concept. Many work from home, where employers do not feel the need to check on their employees every minute. The CEO of Cloud9, Nick Court, said, "Trust needs to become a part of the foundation of company culture." USA. The benefit of outdoor activities. Fresh air. You should spend time out in the open air and not chained to the PC. Americans call it ecotherapy. This does not just include forests and green areas, but also so-called blue areas, such as the sea. Look at the project Blue Gym to see the effects that the water has on people. Another really important thing for Americans is the use of technology. Employees should have the best technology, as though they were consumers. According to the author, employees have too much choice of technology. For example, there are more than 500 types of clouds on the market. This excess confuses them and makes them less productive. 40% of millennials admit that they would quit their jobs if the companies that they work for gave them below-average technologies. If you are offered high-level technology as a consumer, they do not understand why as a worker you should settle for less. Africa. The interests of the community at the heart of everything. Ubuntu, a term that comes from Nguni Bantu, which means humanity. It is also used to refer to collective responsibility, meaning putting the interests of the community at the center of each individual's life. In a company context, this translates into psychophysical well-being. Reciprocal trust and respect are key aspects to healthy working. Bhutan. Satisfaction increases productivity. In Bhutan, the feeling of happiness is not just a state of mind. It is spiritual and physical well-being in an environment of healthy interaction. According to Warwick University, the reason we work harder is because we are content. The more you complain and are discontent, the more unproductive you will be. Studies by Dot Waldinger catalogued 5 key secrets to a happy life. A calm childhood. The development of techniques to handle stress. Transformation. For example, an employee feels unfairly treated at the workplace and drops everything to start a company to support employees. Altruism, and not obsessing about the things that happen. If, for example, a company decides to let people go, the employee who finds out manages not to think about it and does not feel stressed until the moment they are fired. UK. Benefits and an 8-hour day. UK employees receive benefits. This custom was started around 200 years ago by a group of philanthropists that desperately wanted to change company culture. The founder of the British cooperative movement, Robert Owen, worked at a cotton factory in Manchester, and he always cared a great deal about the working conditions of employees. At the time, his methods were considered revolutionary, and they attracted the attention of Sir Robert Peel, who brought the matter before Parliament and resolved it with the 1819 Factories Act. It was Owen who created the 8-hour day, 8 hours of work, 8 hours of free time, and 8 hours of rest. Australia, the professionals of flex working. Lie in. Start work and school later. This helps both employees and students to sleep better and longer. Nick Court, CEO of Cloud9, reminds us that working better does not mean increasing your hours. Jacob Morgan believes that flexible working increases productivity, and companies that can offer flexi working attract the best employees. Iceland. Intuition as a decision-making process. In Sire. Iceland is one of the fastest expanding countries. It is a welcoming place, a place that is relaxed, intellectual, and liberal. A group of researchers studied how humans make decisions and the consequent connections between the two brain hemispheres. The left side is more analytical, the right side more creative. How do we perceive things around us? How do we know that our colleague is not to be trusted? We feel it in our gut. It is fundamental to use intuition in the workplace, and it is considered an important employee resource that produces excellent results. Business owners need to be able to incorporate intuition in the decision-making process to reinforce trust in their employees. France. Taking time away. Technology has many benefits, but it is not helpful when you receive 304 emails a day and you check them 36 times an hour. This is why the French created the ras-le-bol concept, to stop addiction to technology when things just get too much. In France, if an employee feels the need, they have the right to disconnect. Austria. Going on holiday. In Austria, you have the right to take a break. Outside. Studies have highlighted that holidays help to re-establish a sense of well-being in employees. In Austria, 13 public holidays are considered paid leave. Indonesia. Spend more time with the family. Keluarga in Indonesian means family. Being the largest Muslim nation, in Indonesia, family is the fulcrum of people's lives. Young people support and care for the elders in their family. In November 2014, the Vice President, Joe Biden, sent an email which went viral to his staff telling them to take care of your families. We all have family responsibilities that we cannot ignore. It has been proven that adolescents who do not spend much time with their families are more likely to have problems with drugs in the future. Quotes. We aim at creating a work environment that hinders micromanagement and increases trust in our employees. Nick Court, CEO of Cloud9 People. Take an employee, take them out of the office and watch how their body language changes. Ruth Steggles. Presidentialism is not necessary. Peter Jenkinson. Flexible working saved my company. BT Chairman Sir Christopher Bland. Take home message. Listen to your team. Locking yourself in your office does not automatically improve the quality of your work. Take your time.